Good morning, everyone. It's October 25th, 2024. I hope everyone's Friday is off to a good start. I'm thinking today is a really good day to go with a Wisdom of the Elders reading. So let me pull those cards out and get started here. Uh, if you haven't seen these cards yet in any of my videos, let me hold these up here. I'll do them in both cameras so that I know they're coming in clearly. Really beautiful, beautiful cards. This is a gorgeous deck. But pull some out here so you can see some of the art. Really beautiful deck. And it comes with a nice little booklet here. So, um, all right, we are in Scorpio season. Libra season is finished. We are into Scorpio now. So I suspect that today's reading is going to be heavily focused on Scorpio energy. So let's just kind of like see where that is taking us. Um, I'm feeling really good about this week. I feel like the readings have been super strong this week. I don't know if you checked in yesterday for the All Signs Tarot reading, but really good information for all of the zodiac signs. If you haven't already seen that video, maybe, if you've got time today, pop into that. I haven't yet figured out how to do the chapters on YouTube so that you can just like click through. But if you look down in the bottom left corner of the screen, it shows the zodiac sign that I'm reading at the moment. So that should help a little bit, so that you're not like watching, because it's like an hour and 20 minutes long. It's a long video. But that's because the readings were really in depth. Um, so check that out. Really good messages came through yesterday, and I'm interested to find out what's going on today because I have such a strong pull toward these wisdom of the elders cards. And, it's Friday. So we are collectively mentally, we're all sort of like ready for the end of the week. If we have a normal, even if we don't have a normal work schedule, there's something about Fridays, the excitement of the weekend, the energy is just different than the rest of the week. And so I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of stuff is going on in these cards today. Oh, and by the way, if you are near the Maryland area, tomorrow I will be doing a tattoos and tarot party in Bel Air. I will put a link um, to that down in my comments section. It's from 10 to 6. It's at Studio Noir. They do amazing work there, and they are having a flash sale tomorrow. So we're doing a tattoos and tarot party tomorrow from 10 to 6. And then on Sunday, if you're around Baltimore, check out Halloween. It's a Middle Eastern dance party and it will be Halloween themed. So, I mean, that's going to be a lot of fun. And I will be reading my cards there as well. So, if you are interested in a one-on-one in-person reading, you can find me at those two places tomorrow and Sunday. Okay, enough with the housekeeping. Let's go ahead and start pulling. Um, and I'm feeling like we're going to do three cards with the wisdom of the elders today. Let's make sure they're in the screen. Let me get these out of the way here. All right. And I might even like pull that down just a bit so we can get a little bit closer there. Okay. So the first card we're looking at is Tobacco Sacred Medicine. And this card is for reciprocation, which I find really interesting. Second card is Respect, Bison and Buffalo. Third card is Ancestors, Spirit Guides. So, all right, we did get quite a few zodiac sign readings yesterday that referenced really listening to your spirit guides and your ancestors and following the breadcrumbs. Okay. So I'm feeling like that's going to be really important right now because we have these major changes, this big shift coming in 2025, and we are coming to the end of the year now. We're in Scorpio at the moment, and Scorpio tends to be incredibly they can be really outgoing people, they can be really friendly people, but they're also fiery people. You know, they're very um they can be very hot tempered, they can be extremely passionate. Um Sometimes they can be really in your face about stuff, sometimes they can be a little bit like ornery, you know, a little bit naughty. They're playful. Scorpios are incredibly playful. Um, and when you have that kind of energy right now, there could be an urge to dabble and maybe tempt fate a little bit. And I'm thinking now's not the time to be tempting fate. Not based on this reading here, that's for sure. So you've got reciprocation, respect, and your spirit guide. So you want to be really engaged right now in your communities, both your earthly communities and your spiritual communities. Um, Listen carefully and follow those breadcrumbs. Respect and adhere to some of the wisdom that's going to be coming in from your spirit guides because it's time where if you're really listening, you're going to be able to follow the course step by step. It's like right now where a lot of us are at a time where it's going to be really tough to anticipate the next turn, really tough to plan ahead in a lot of ways because we don't know exactly how things are going to be changing when we go under this Aquarius and divine feminine energy in 2025. We don't know yet how that's really going to look. So, our best bet is going to be to respect and listen to our spirit guides because our higher selves and our spirit guides have a much better way of anticipating what is to come than we do because the energies are more clearly connected, right? We're not always able to identify what these energies are telling us and what they mean. We just go through the day and we have different experiences and we try to apply those feelings and thoughts and experiences to what we are um what's going on in the physical earthly dimension, right? And it's sometimes really difficult to parse out what is happening on the energetic level because we're just not taught that when we're kids. We don't grow up learning what all of these energies mean and what these messages are. So right now is a really, really good time to be practicing that, to be getting still and listening and not jumping to our judgment of what these messages mean, what these energies are. You know, we do want to keep an open mind and let it come to us and then assess it, not judge it, just assess it and acknowledge it and appreciate it and really do our best to see what it is without our filters, which is hard to do. It's really, really hard to do sometimes. With the reciprocation, it's a reminder. This almost reminds me of the offering plate card that's in the same deck. We want to make sure that we are sending gratitude to our spirit guides, to our higher selves, and sharing the messages of spirit with the people that we come in contact with. It's an important time to be sending good energy to the earth, doing things that we know to bring love and joy and light into the world rather than that like sort of low level energy. You know, it's easy to do when we're feeling down or sad or angry, irritated. There's so many things that can irritate us, and it's easy to lash out. But if we are taking time to get still and we are removing some of those frustrations by way of listening to our ancestors and reciprocating, it eliminates some of that irritation and low level energy. So that is definitely something to consider. And of course, with the respect card in here, you do, it's not just about respecting your elders, although it is with the ancestors here. This is very much about like it's time for us to show gratitude and respect to our ancestors, to our spirit guides, honoring those that are always around us and assisting us. It's also a matter of respecting the power of spirit and the power of nature and recognizing much uh, how much is behind all that. So, all right, let me dive into the Rider-Waite-Smith deck here and get a little bit more of a storyline behind these three Wisdom of the Elders cards and see where that's taking us. While I'm shuffling, check out this awesome bracelet that I got last weekend. There was a free event in Baltimore. It was a music and vendor event in Baltimore, and I was not vending. I was there as a guest, just a patron. And we went across all the vendors, and there was this guy who is Black Tiger Creations, makes all of these really beautiful wire wraps and bracelets and pendants and earrings, and everything is done by him. Beautiful art, really beautiful art. I'm gonna pop a link for his Instagram down in the comments section as well. And all of his products are really, really beautiful, and his stones are high quality stones. So I'm happy to be wearing his art today. And I thought I'd share that with you while I'm sitting here shuffling this deck. What do you want us to know about this spread today, Spirit? Where are we going with this? It's a lot of shuffling. There's a big message coming through me. Help us out. Help us understand this message today, please. Here. Okay. Starting off with the Seven of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, the Ten of Wands, and Judgment. Wow. Okay. So let me take some time to consider this. I mean, these are some really heavy cards today. The Seven of Pentacles is all about taking a look at where you are, how far you've come, and deciding that like you're not really that pleased with it yet. And to follow that up with the Ten of Swords and the Ten of Wands. I mean, the Ten of Swords is pain, the ending of something, all right? And then the 10 of wands is the burden of something, the hard work, the effort, um, the immense burden that cannot be shared, right? It's like all on your shoulders. So there's some kind of situation right now where, and then you're ending here with the judgment card. So it's like many of you are looking at a situation and you are not pleased with the way things have turned out. And it's this crushing pain about it. It's like a devastating pain, and you are bearing the whole brunt of that burden right now. And then you have another seven. You've got the Seven of Wands coming in here in reverse, and that means that it's sort of like a failure. It's a failure to succeed in something. Um, And you are in the process right now of judging that. And it's like you're not judging it too harshly. You're not unfairly judging this situation. You are seeing it for exactly what it is. And that is why it's so intensely painful and why you're holding on to all the burden. What to do with this? What is this message coming out? What are we supposed to do with this in light of these three prompt cards from Wisdom of the Elders? What is this all about? Is it about changing course? I don't know yet. You still can't see these cards. I'm really like trying to get us to a place where we can see all the cards clearly and still not run out of room. Okay, that's pretty good. All right. Yeah, okay. So this is a lot about letting go of the past. Okay, something needs to come to an end. It's like you're having this revelation about the way things have been and probably have always been, and it's hitting you like a ton of bricks because having this epiphany for some of you is coming to the realization that you've been looking at things or things have been going a certain way forever for you that haven't been really working from the beginning. Um, and now you're like face to face with the loss that you were not aware of before. And now you are. Now you are clearly aware of what you've been missing and what you've been doing, maybe in vain. There's a sense of doing things in vain a little bit with this reading. At least that's what I'm hearing come through. Um, yeah, and it probably has to do with something from your childhood because you've got the Six of Cups coming in here right after the Ten of Pentacles. So it's like this is definitely a crushing blow from something stemming from childhood. It could be a loss. It could be an actual loss of a person who is no longer in your life, um, that has had a major impact on who you are today. And that could be a positive thing or a negative thing, but right now you are experiencing it as a negative thing because you are confronted with a loss. So it may be that you really looked up to someone as you were, going through your childhood years, and now you've discovered something about them and like your whole world has kind of shattered because you had this idea in mind of who this person was, and you really built a lot of your own personality on this relationship with them. And you've made a lot of decisions based on this person who may have been a mentor or a parent or a sibling, but it's someone who had a lot of influence in your life. And now like you're realizing they're not at all who you thought they were. And it may or may not be a deliberate deception on their part. It may have just been like your own naivety or ignorance the whole way through, because we don't know what we don't know, right? So sometimes when we know some people or situations from childhood, we don't realize things could be different. We don't have the contrast offered. So whether or not they were deliberately deceptive isn't really the point here. Let me pull another card and see. Yeah, it's just simply your attachment to their archetypal um, being and how their influence was for you. And now you're like, what do I do with all this? Now that was a lie or it was wrong or I built all these things on this influence and now I'm finding out in adulthood that I was wrong the whole time about it. Or you could actually be dealing with a person who was who they said they were and who you thought they were. And now they're absent from your life for one reason or another. Maybe they passed away, maybe they've moved, maybe they have, gotten much older and could be suffering from dementia or something, but in some way they're not the person they used to be for you, and you are suffering with that loss. You're trying desperately to pick up the pieces and see, like, what to do with this now. Right now, you're still just holding on to the burden of it because you don't know what to do, where to put the pieces. You're not thinking clearly because you're not in a place where you can do that yet. You're in the process still of letting go of the attachment to who they were for you, and now that you're seeing things in a new way coming through right here, you're like curious about it, but you just don't know what to do with it. Yeah, the Empress coming in reverse, the disappointment here. So yeah, things just simply were not what you thought, or now it's gone, and it's incredibly disappointing. And that's, yeah, geez, now you've got the Nine of Swords, Knight of Cups. Okay, let's see where this is going. Knight of Cups, Page of Wands in reverse, Three of Pentacles in reverse, Page of Cups in reverse. This has had a massive effect on who you see yourself to be, how you bring yourself into the world, how you interact with people, how you approach. This is really pivotal information for you, because it is how you have really set up your whole character. I mean, there's just a huge part of you that is based on this person, and now you just really don't know what to do with it. It's amazing. Yeah, the Hierophant coming in reverse. I mean, things are changing. What you thought to be true is no longer. Here's the feeling of being orphaned, um, isolated, lonely, um, the feeling of loss. You're hoping that that is going to be something that you can walk away from, like you're healing from it. That's why this card is in reverse. You're feeling it right now, but you're starting to see, through recognition of the truth, that there is a way forward. It's like you're at the silver lining moment right now. You just don't know what to do with it. And then you've got the Magician card, which is the second card of the major arcana. It's the second card of the whole deck. It's the card that comes in after the Fool. The Fool is the idea, it's the beginning, it's the potential, right? And then the Magician is the card that is the action of putting that potential into the world. That's what this purpose is here. The purpose is for you to reconfigure and realchemize who you are and what you're bringing into the world. This is part of the massive change that's coming. Um, and that's why it's so, so heavy. And it does have to do with your ancestors and spirit guides, and respecting the power of all this, and how you are reciprocating the energies that are flowing through. It's the Magician that's the point, the goal in this reading. This is the goal right here. This is who you want to um, be coming from right now, is the Magician, where you have the four elements at hand. They're sturdy. They're sitting on top of this table here, and they are like ready for you. You're grounded. Your center is pure. That's shown in white. Your robe of red is showing your passion about this. And then you are bringing the energy in from the universe and bringing it down here to this plane of existence to create. So this major, major shift is the contrast that is needed for you to understand how to move forward. That's exactly why this is happening for some of you. So I hope I hope the people who need to hear this are hearing this because if you are going through something right now that feels like it is crushing, um, totally destabilizing, and completely just rocking the boat, major upheaval from a core place in you, right? Like, oh, what do I even do with this? You got to know that it's because you are about to have such a major change in your life that you needed this contrast right now in order to understand how to move forward. And I get that you don't understand how to take that next step yet, and that's okay. There's nothing in this reading that says it's time to do that yet right now. It's really time for you to feel and assess and kind of be still for a minute. You have all these tens in here. You've got so many tens, and it's really like a completion. It's like you need to stand still for a minute and get quiet and see things as they actually are so that you can move forward and alchemize. All right. That's that's enough of a reading today. I've been that was a big one. 20 we're at 26 minutes already and there was just so much. This was a total flood of information shared from spirit. I hope the right people get to watch this. If you have not yet already, please like and subscribe. And if you think you know someone who this could be helpful for, please share it with them. Thank you all for stopping in today. I hope you got something out of that reading and have a wonderful weekend. I will see you later.